Damn it. Hello, my name is Vespa Fortune. Bad Fortune, Witch of Fate, why am I all the way down here? Uh... Why am I all the way down here? And I'm here to help you change yours. Though tonight I am mostly queer reading, I'm mostly queer reading shonen characters, so I'm not gonna be doing much fate changes. Any redeems for tarot will be ignored until further notice. Further notice being tomorrow. I forgot the sticky notes. Yeah, I am stickied up. And my wig is still not coming on apparently, so I think I need to go and fix, I need to go fix, mix it up, unfortunately. But also, for Tapper, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tapper. Happy birthday to you. And many more on Channel 4. So, let me go shout out. Please go follow Tapper, who is a lovely crafting streamer and also FF14 player. I will get to the other one soon, but I hope everyone's doing okay today, as much as some of us can be doing okay. Some of us are really going through it right now. Many of us are going through it, but you know what? We're here for each other. We're here for each other. Tonight, I am... You know what they say? Experience the horrors in the day. Protest in the afternoon. And dance at night. Crafter first, gamer second, VTuber distant third. The nightmares persist, but so do we. Exactly. The nightmares persist, but so do we. But I hope everyone's ready for tonight. I made myself a nice little slideshow for the queer reading of shonen heroes. Whatever is already here with the notes, the note taking. I've only did a little thing on queer reading, however, I don't feel like I did it good enough. But we're going to be going through more examples today, and I'm hopefully going to be preparing a more complete queer reading video essay. By note taking, I mean, I'll probably be vacuuming some during stream. Damn it. This is important character building lessons. This is important character building lessons, damn you! Also, thank you, Galaxy, for the stretch and the drink. Oh. Salvi here, just not able to take notes. So you're lying to me, is what you're saying. Well, on the vacuuming, but the note taking. But as you can see, we have already hit the $100 mark. Actually, I should probably change that. Hold on, where is my stream for a cause? Where's my stream elements? Because I need to increase that. Oh no, wait, it would be Streamlabs. Streamlabs. How do things work anymore? I'll get with my Twitch, I guess. This won't harm me in any way, shape, or form. Where is my box? Where is the box? There we go. We're going to put this on... Can I put this on 200? Where do I put that at? Oh no. Can I not change it now? No, I found it. I just don't think I can change it now. Well, I'll keep stuff in mind, but we will have oh no, wait, maybe it's oh wait, maybe I'll just change it in Streamlabs. The milestones, yeah. I have to keep vlogging in everywhere. Excusez-moi. Okay, let me make sure. Okay. But, I should have done this before stream. I'm so unprofessional. Actually, that gives me an excuse to do this. That gives me an excuse to use this. Experiencing scuff, please hold. Just like my old economics teacher. Let's see here. Where is... Well, it's fine, because everything after 100 is just icing on the cake. It's the cherry on the pie. It's the kiss after sex. I don't know. Just halfway in this semester came in on like, because I'm not teaching this class anymore because my other job's demanding more of my time. Oh well, ayo. This is why I should make one of those. Tavern in some creature form, sitting in a pile of yarn choice and tangled up with some of the yarns spelling experiencing scope, please hold. Yeah, I made this because I was like, wait, I've been experiencing sound demons a lot. I should fix this. Stream go boom. Thank you for the stream streak, Desolate Orc. Thank you, thank you. How are you tonight? Welcome in. Plus, also, this gives me some time to let in more people. Where... That's bar thickness. Stream go boom. Stream always going boom. Okay, things finally calmed down. Nice. I'm glad everything's working out. I'm glad that, things are kind of chilling. Okay. Okay, can I put this one? No, okay. We're gonna put... Cancel. Okay, hopefully this works. If not, we will... Actually... Yeah, you know what? I will just make note when we hit our next milestone. Because we're on 100. Our next one is 150. Damn, I don't have a 200. We'll figure that out. But I'm glad things have finally calmed down, Orc. A lot of this shit should not... No, the link worked. I just don't remember using that link when I was making my, bar. So, I don't remember. Yeah, no, I don't know what to do anymore. We're flying high. We're flying high. Milestone update? Oh, I'm not sure if it's connected to the milestone update. I remember just making the bar and putting out 100. Now it won't let me do that now. So we're just hitting it. We're just going live. We doing it. We doing it. Show my grandma some Final Fantasy 14. Not sure she quite gets it, but she did have fun watching Tink running around North Shroud during Yule leaves. Nice. But if you have campaign from profile, oh, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. I'm about to get real funky. No wait, why am I not funky? Smells like bat in here. Thank you, Sunny. Oh wait, I forgot to turn on my desktop audio. I heard that at least. I heard that. How are you tonight, Sunny? Welcome in. Smells like bat in here. Thank you. Also, head pats. Thank you. Why is my head pats not working? Hello? Wait, is my... There we go. Just came home after a work day and eating at folks. Deciding what to do. Ooh, nice. I hope everyone can enjoy my presentation. I thank everyone for stopping in. Hold on. Edit. Maybe this will... There we go. Now it's updated. There we go. There'll be quiz at the end of this lecture. No, there won't. I won't make people suffer like that. I knew you could do it. Thank you. I am slightly illiterate when it comes to technology. Oh, well. Nah, I'm just gonna say a lot of websites are not built friendly. And that's neither here nor there. I hope everyone's doing alright tonight. Welcome to my Damn, I cannot be taken seriously right now. Even I can't look at myself seriously. Look at me. Do I look like a teacher? Hold up. I have to remove the headband. And maybe the wig. Have you heard the book 1984? Oh, you haven't? Well, a shame, but Orwell. Pungent. Or dad joke jail. Most dad jokes are just elaborate puns. Oh wait, that is not me in VTube Studio. What's funny is that Persona 3 had that in it. Oh my god. Okay, welcome. Good evening. Also, if you want to donate to SFAC, which is a charity that's supporting grassroots and local smaller charities that support the LGBTQ communities and peoples, you can do my donate link that I have pinned, or just exclamation point charity. And brain. There you go. And all the money goes to good causes like not only helping charities, but there is a new thing called Pixel Care, which does help streamers. And there is just a lot of good things happening with streamers for a cause, stream for a cause. Like mental health care for members of the LGBTQI community. And they just provide a lot of support, and not to mention they help streamers like me and Silver and Ryuga who do participate in these things, and we do get stuff back ourselves. So it's like much like a two for one deal. Okay, I said my piece. Right? That was good saying of the piece, right? Can anyone tell I have not practiced one bit? Anyways, so what do we get if we donate? Actually, good question. I have peace of mind or something fun. I have a spooky owl. I brought Luella with me tonight. Secret Aries collab, actually. Is this it? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Is this it? No, that's not it. Is it my free interchangeable image? Is it my... Do I not have it up here? Should to confess for today's sources OBS. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't call me out like this. I'd had my incentives named. They're just not here. She has left the building. You do get things if you donate. So you get solo incentives. Every $5, I get another sticky note. Well, I should put like maybe like 11 sticky notes with Vampy's donation, but we'll talk about that later. For every $5, I guess you can put a sticky note upon my body. For $12 or more, you can get a Final Fantasy 14 photo shoot, or a 6 or more card reading, or a cool photo bash piece where you can just ask me to make something. You can like hand me something if you want. But I will do any of these. Next year I'll have better ones cuz like mid-month I decided hey, I'm going to just make tarot readings more of a regular thing. So I now am putting up a six or more tarot card reading where you and I just talk in the Discord and I have my cards read you for filth. That's what's going to happen. Or I can give you a really cool photo shoot with a new glam if you wish, but you can just let me come over and steal your skin. For the milestone incentives, we are already at the My Immortal fan reading, the My Immortal live reading. At 150, y'all get to choose my next game. For 500, if you get to it, I will go through a second playthrough of Saint Maker, which is another game made by the creators of the letter. If you really want to torture me, and really want to show off, y'all can get to 1,000, and I will do another playthrough of the letter live here on stream. I will suffer for the consequences of my actions here today. If y'all wish to torture me. I'm not sure if any of y'all have like $900 laying around selling, but I'll go through it. I'll go through it. I'll go through it.
Welcome to my
Fantasy Zone. Get ready. Well, more like my torture zone, but who needs to pay rent? Exactly. Any of y'all got a sugar popper lying around? Anyone who is into fandom, listen. $900 to go to torture me, baby. Anyways. Welcome to my presentation on... Wait, is this not it? Where's my presentation? Oh, here's my presentation. Why is it all the way over here? Oh wait, I should get some music on. Hold on. Where's YouTube lo-fi anime? Yeah, just some light music. Let's see here. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Who made this? What was this made with? Huh? I heard that. My fucking god, Sonny. Thank you for the dono. That is $50. That is $50. Oh my god. Okay, hold up, hold up, I have to adjust the campaign again. I guess 500. I'll make up a 200 goal, maybe. Thank you, Sunny. Do you want what do you want for your $12, dono? Maybe I should do multiple $12 donos. But, Sunny, what do you want for your $12 dono? I'm going to get to this presentation, I swear to God, at some point. And also, I'm going to make a note with your name. I'm going to stick it to my body. I was thinking photo shoot, but we'll see. Okay. Cabs, no worries, no worries. I hoped you would be distracted by donos the entire presentation. Oh no, don't put that out there. Please. Okay, where are my notes? Sunny, what color do you wish for your note to be? Bright orange. Okay. Okay. Chroma. Hue chroma. Which one of these is orange? I know orange. Yeah, that's like Naruto colored. No, yeah, that's radioactive. That would hurt. Yeah, that's Cheeto. Yeah, that's Cheeto. That's bright. That'd kill some people. You know what? I was not gonna keep the text black, but it looks like it's burning off the page, so I like that. Oh wait, hold on. I could probably do purple. Let's make it fancy. Yeah, let's make it purple, just for like more eye burn. Okay. Okay, hold up. Rotato. Where's my rotate? I just updated this. Okay, hold on. Lock this layer, please. Okay, export really quickly. And where do you want it, Sunny? Where on my tiny little body? Middle of my chest. Okay. Okay, I will lift myself up. What was that noise that I just made? Hold on. Can I? Okay, you are you on the fluff? You're on the fluff. I want to be close to your heart. This is getting more ridiculous. This is getting quite ridiculous. Okay. Welcome, good evening, or time zone. Welcome to my presentation on Queer Heroes. Why shonen heroes come off as incredibly queer. If you are not ready for middle school cringe approachment to this entire thing, you might want to get out now. Oh man. yeah, I had to use the middle school cringe aesthetic. That's the aesthetic we're going for. You wanna know a true horror aesthetic? Middle school anime weeb, which is what everyone is about to experience, or is already experiencing, as you can see. As a writer, I feel that middle school cringe. Re-experiencing, yeah. Okay. This presentation will focus on doing a rather admittedly basic, we're going to be very basic bitches here, queer reading of multiple shonen heroes to help answer the question, why are shonen heroes incredibly relatable to a queer audience? And why do some come off as queer? And hold up, I'm in front of one of the best flags. So this is a gay 101 class, basically. As you can see, I just put these flags here as an example. It felt empty. But also, we will be hitting all three of these. We will be hitting all three of these. I went out of my way to be like, hey, no, I need to hit a lot. We will not just be talking about the gays. We have the demis and the trans to talk about. The trans people. The trans boys. So, we need to do a quick rundown of what is queer reading, what is queer coding, what is queer baiting. Because, just in case, like, some people come in late, we get a raid. I know how queer... There's a lot of queer bait accusations going around when it's not even remotely true, and then that kind of pisses me the fuck off as one of the elder council. So, damn, y'all can't read that, but don't worry, I'm here. Don't worry, I'm here. Also, my fucking stream for cause is in the way. Also, I'm in the way. I don't know how to do this. So, queer reading, in this context, is reading into a character's personality, the story beats, the tropes, etc., and relating them to the queer experience. So, what we'll be focusing on is a lot of the queer experience and, like, seeing how, like, normal queer experiences can be, like, turned into a metaphor, or how the experiences of the characters can be metaphoricized or allegoricalized, etc., into a gay experience. We'll be mostly focusing on... We will be doing, like, queer readings for like, a lot, but not, like, every single, queer type. I'm sorry, we're Pokemon now. But, like, I decided I wasn't gonna have time to cover everything. And I'm gonna be real, I haven't watched a lot of shonen in a bit. So, I even took out a character because, like, I didn't feel that strongly about it. And because, like, I felt I was doing a horrible job anyway. But we will still tackle into that character because he's a good example of one particular trope that no one else here really hits as well. But, like, queer reading is basically when someone, not necessarily a queer person, but someone reads a character and relates the character's experiences in a metaphorical manner into a queer experience. And, like, that character can end up being read as a member of the queer community. I accidentally wrote a queer character in my first proper albeit and plush book. Please do explain. That would be delicious to know how. Actually, we're about to cover that, actually. Queer coding is the intentional or unintentional using of tropes, story beats, stereotypes, experiences, etc. to show a character is queer. This was probably used before the Hays Code era. We all know the Hays Code. But, like, I feel like the Hays Code was the place where it started to be using it in a more negative manner. Because, like, we had ways to say a character was gay without saying a character was gay. I actually don't know. You don't know the Hays Code? No worries. I live under a rock. Don't worry. Unless you were living under that rock in the 1920s, it could have escaped you. No worries. Quick Hays Code. Quick Hays Code. Detour, everyone. Quick Hays Code. We're all getting taught today. Okay. Quick Hays Code detour. The Hays Code was a ruling that came down in the 1920s. I don't remember if it was an actual law or not. It came down in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, one of those times. And it kind of said what Hollywood could and could not put in movies. I think it also kind of stretched into other forms of media, but it was mostly for movies. So yeah, as whatever said, criminals couldn't win. There was a certain way male main characters had to be. I think there was a certain way female characters had to be. And one of those things was gay characters could only be shown in a certain way. And, like, they could not be shown as outright gay. And also, I think gay characters had to be villains. I don't remember everything about the Hays Code, but it was essentially very Christian coded. I think it was made by Christians, basically. Did this code disappear or ignore? It disappeared. It disappeared. It was actually kind of ignored for a bit, especially like right at the beginning and right at the end. It was totally and utterly ignored. Yeah, it was early Hollywood. Like I said, 20s, 30s, or 40s. I think it stopped either in the 40s or the 60s. It depends on when it started, because I cannot remember the start date for the life of me. But, a lot of bad queer coding, negative queer coding, stereotypical queer coding comes from the Hays Code. Because you couldn't just outright put a gay man into film. You couldn't put a gay woman into film. You had to make them, you had to indicate them through something else. Okay, so his parents are trying to set him up with a nice girl, and he hates this. When I first saw it, I thought he hated his parents or trying to ruin his life. I looked at the relationship loosely between him and his male best friend and went, huh, Mike, that's his name. Are you gay? Well, that is very, that could be very read as queer, yeah. That could be read as queer, yeah. If he's not gay, he's going to be read as it, yeah. But queer coding is basically kind of the intentional, or I like to think there is unintentional use of queer coding. But, like, it is the usage of tropes, stereotypes, experiences, etc. I will tend to use queer coding and queer reading interchangeably. Because, like, if you're unintentionally queer coding a character, or, like, you're gay and you are writing, some of your experiences are going to leak into that. And a lot of people do just have experiences that are relatable to the queer community as a whole. And, like, they don't end up knowing that their experiences is extremely relatable. We're going to be going into some of that. Because, like, there's a lot of stuff that affects normal people that just ends up extremely queer-coded. It's not the main character. He's a major character in the supporting cast, so his bestie. I think I won't explicitly state his sexuality and just let my readers draw their own conclusions. Yeah, because, like, especially if he gets super popular, it's not going to matter. The yaoi will come. The yaoi will come. The fujoshis will arrive. And I'm just gonna dunk myself down here a bit. Okay, so the main thing I want to get to, because this shit makes me angry, I swear. So, queer baiting is the purposeful misleading of a show's audience related to a character, events, even a whole piece of media, and whether or not any of that is actually queer. This is usually to drum up either attention or money. So, like, I'm going to state this right now. You cannot accidentally queerbait. Queerbaiting is something done with purpose and intent. You cannot accidentally queerbait anyone, and it has to be done with usually negative intent. You cannot actually, no, what? I will say it. You cannot positively queerbait anything. Queerbait is an inherently negative experience. And it cannot be done accidentally. And it has to be done with intention to get attention or money. And I'm about to go to things that are thought of as queer baiting, but are not. So, queer baiting is not the following. Also, thank you for the pants, Winkles. I accidentally queer baited you, much like I accidentally stabbed you 42 times in the lungs. Oh wait, my pants aren't coming on. I'm sorry, Pickles. Let me put those on. Which one of these is my pants? There's my pants. How are you tonight, Pickles? Welcome to the queer reading show. So, hold on, wait. Oh, did I just poorly make this slide? Did I just poorly make this slide? Or is like my... Oh yeah, this is fucking huge. No wonder. Whoops. No wonder. Okay. Had the brain power of grapefruit today, so yeah. Mood and a half. So let me tell everyone what is not queer baiting. Queer baiting is not the following. Your queer reading not coming to fruition. A creator is not responsible for your delusions. I hate to say that queer reading is a delusion, but if you're going to go bother the creator about, yes, it is. If you automatically want to bother a creator, everything you have in your head is a delusion. Because you are killing death of the author and performing necromancy of the author. So you are automatically delusional. Just saying this right now. You are not holding to the standard of there being a wall between you and the creator. And understanding that if you go and bother the creator, whatever you say does not fucking matter anymore. Got it? I don't care how you see my characters until you come and bother me about them. Although there are some creators who are purposely performing necromancy of the author themselves, that's not a thing I really want to go into right now. But if you are seeing characters as queer, but the show is not fulfilling that, if a creation is not fulfilling what you want, that is not queer baiting. You are relating to characters, which is the point of characters. Say it with me. Characters are supposed to be relatable. Fellas, is it gay to check notes? Think everything is gay. I know I sound angry. That's because I am. I sound angry. It's because I am. But like, part of it is the death of media literacy, but part of it is also COVID. Everything comes back to COVID. COVID is like Reagan. COVID is like Reagan. Everything comes back to COVID. COVID. It's the new Reagan. COVID brought about a lot of people who don't know how to deal with fandom discourse, or there's a lot of gays who were first introduced to fandom They should not have been introduced. Some of y'all are too fucking normal for this bullshit. I'm telling you that. Some of y'all are too fucking normal for this bullshit. Sorry. Some of y'all too weak to survive the winter of this. Some of us gays have been living on scraps and queer reading for our entire lives. COVID 1985. But like, there's so many things about queer reading that people are like, hey, I relate to this character. Maybe they're queer. Maybe the author's gonna say something about it. The author is under no obligation to make any characters queer just because the audience thinks so. And that's the beginning and end of it. The author is under no obligations. A creator is under no obligations to do anything just because of the delusions of the audience. Or, well, because the audience is relating to a character. But once again, once you approach an author and decide to kill the wall between you and the author, you are delusional. It's their baby after all. They could, here's the thing. There is the version of the art that is my baby. Then there is the version of the art that is the audience's baby. You are making me kill either my baby or your baby by coming to me. I don't want to be killing any babies. I like my normal sacrificial skin routine where I do kill babies, but still. But like, basically, you relate to a character. That's not queer baiting. You thinking a character is queer through queer reading. It's not queer baiting when that character is revealed not to be gay. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. Go touch grass. Infanticidal. I mean, Elizabeth Bathory had it right, you know? Okay, so second point. A poorly written female character. I'm mostly saying poorly written female characters, but this also applies to shoujo. If you want to reverse this and apply it to shoujo, all female casts, mostly female casts. But like, because this is such a trope, we see it with Sakura, we see it with Kairi, we see it with any show that has the male-female trio. It's like, even in Jujutsu Kaisen, well, no, I haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen far enough to say whether or not, what's her face? I don't know whether I would call her badly written, or poorly written, or not given enough attention. But because the female characters are poorly written does not mean the show is queer baiting and pushing the two main male characters together. It does not equal queer baiting, it just means the writer sucks. As a writer who also sucks, I understand. Okay, I'm taking... You want ad break or snooze? I will take ad break because we gotta have it anyway. Also, I'm about to go on another rant with the all-male cast. I'm about to go on another rant with the all-male cast, so I need more than 5 minutes. See that poorly written female characters in a male-oriented show or vice versa is a sign that the author is the gender of the majority orientation. That's for help. Yeah, that's basically it. And a whole male cast, Toriko. I have not watched Toriko. Agile, yeah, I will get back right after Agile, so. Not as good as the manga by a fair shot. Ah. That's pretty good, Womp. Nice. Delicious Womp. You'll eat while you watch or starve. Is it like Food Wars? Oh. Also, thank you, Yuga, for the shout out. So everything is about food. Even power is given being infused with gourmet cells that grow more powerful the more delicious stuff you eat. Ah, nice. Butterfly, literally butterflies with firings. Damn. I'm gonna have to eat after this again. I got to eat after. I should have had something with more sustenance today. I ate nachos for breakfast, a PB&J for lunch. I had 2 hot dogs for dinner, and I'm going to be starving by the end of this presentation. I'm going to be starving by the end of this presentation. By Jove. You require additional Vespine protein. Listen, I ate like a middle schooler in preparation for my middle school Reeb aesthetic presentation. I ate like a middle schooler as preparation for the aesthetic of this. The fruit bat needs more fruit. You know what? I could eat an apple with peanut butter. Finally free from Agile. No worries. I have not gotten into the worst part yet. I took a break so I could save the worst part for after ads. One thing that makes me feel like I'm not in high school anymore is when I eat like one. I come back to I could eat an apple with peanut butter. Listen, I get excited for apples with peanut butter because I'm apparently an elementary school student. I am apparently an elementary school student. Okay, time for the worst thing. All male casts. This is not queerbait. This is just having an all-male cast. You really see this with sports anime. You see this, like, Free. Free has had so much queerbaiting accusations. I don't think at any point Free was like, yeah, they're gonna be, maybe they'll kiss. I don't think Free has ever done anything like that. Yeah, they've had like some spicy shit, maybe. But I don't think they've ever been like, oh, maybe they kissed this episode or some shit. Apples, especially sweet varieties, and PB is an S-tier snack. Exactly. But, like, I see this with a lot of sports animes, and I'm like... Why are you accusing the straight men of queer baiting? Why are you accusing an anime that is very, very... I want to say very straight-oriented, like... They know that they're appealing to the girlies as well, but... A lot of sports anime is just meant for everyone. You know? They're not... And even then... I would accuse most anime more of fujoshi baiting than queer baiting. Which I would consider an entirely different thing, honestly. Though, like, the line between fujo bait and queer bait is very thin. What's that? Fujoshis? Yaoi fangirls and fanboys, though. Fanboys are known as fudanshi, but, like, I don't think you'll see a yaoi fanboy who cringes at fujoshi. Yes, I'm from Washington. I have opinions about the varieties of apples. Here's the thing, sports anime are designed with monogender casts, and because in real life sports are divided between men and women. It's not a social thing, it's men build strength easier than women think, yeah. Yeah, that is also true. Like, it's mostly, like, I'm mostly saying this in defense of Free, because I think Free had a lot of accusations, I'm not sure if there's many other... mostly male casts that get this thrown at it. I just remember Free getting and it's still getting queerbait accusations to this day. I never watched Free, but I've seen clips. Yeah, it's mostly like hot guys being friends. And, like, the thing is, that is very queer, that's very much, what the boys like. It's what I like. But, like, at no point did I actually think that there was intention behind it. Still getting queerbait accusations to this day. It's almost CPR scene. It's almost CPR scene, isn't it? I have not seen the almost CPR scene. But I would not be surprised. Like... They might have known what they're doing, but I think knowing your... Like I said, like, I haven't watched enough Free, but I also know that it's a sports anime. But, like, this just kind of, like, all rolls back to queerbaiting needs to be intentional. And it's either to get attention from both queer and non-queer audiences, or to get money from queer audiences and the Fujoshi audiences. Or, in the case of, like, Shoujo, it's to get money from straight men and women. But to get attention from straight men and women, but we're talking about shooning right now, so, like, I mostly want to focus on male things. Yeah, I do, like, I'm not sure what I think there was, like, I know there was a wrestling anime recently, I feel like, and I think there was, like, a soccer anime within the past, like, 10 years. I think both of them got some fire. Toriko's very much a bromance, not an actual romance. Yeah. I only watched 2 sports anime, Yowamushi Pedal and Haikyuu. I finished 1 season at first, I didn't finish the second. We just called it Yaoi Pedal. I think Haikyuu might have gotten some queer bait. Thrown at it. I would not be surprised if Haikyuu got queer bait thrown at it. I've seen what people do to those characters. I've seen what people do to the Haikyuu boys. Okay, but I do want to be going over shows I will not be covering. Bleach. I don't have the time for that. We don't have the time for that. I mean, like, I'm also not covering One Piece, but I actually like One Piece. But also, I haven't watched the 1,000 episodes of One Piece. The 1,042 million episodes of One Piece. But we don't have time for Bleach and all its filler. Also, I'm just putting myself over here so that y'all can look at L. I only watch a little JoJo and Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, okay, so JoJo is basically camp. I'm pretty sure there are canon queer characters in JoJo. I don't even need to go in. JoJo is so camp. JoJo is so gay. I don't even need to queer read it. There's no subtext. It's just text. Haven't made canon gay couples. Yeah, I don't. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is just gay. I don't need to go into that. Jujutsu Kaisen. You can easily take what I'm about to tell y'all about Sasuke and Naruto and apply it to the main character, but also Megumi Tojo, the little black hair dude. It's hinted that he is canonically either gay or pan or somewhere on the spectrum, and there is also a trans woman and her boyfriend within the show. So like, I don't really want to get into it because like there is basically confirmed queer characters within Jujutsu Kaisen. I think Hunter x Hunter also has confirmed queer characters, but you can also really just take what I'm about to again talk about with Naruto and Sasuke and apply it. Listen, Naruto and Sasuke are the progeny, the progenitors, the new age progenitors of most queer coding in most modern anime. But, okay. I will not be covering Death Note, cause, L is more, I don't want to say autism coded, but they have him as the eccentric genius that has something slightly wrong with him. While he could also be on the queer spectrum, I don't feel comfortable putting him there. Like, a lot of people who do have, like, some people who have autism are on the queer spectrum. But I don't feel proper putting L there as well. But on top of that, while Light might be queer-coded, I don't think he is personally. If he's queer-coded, he is a gay Republican. So he is just a class traitor. If Light is queer, he is a gay Republican and thus a class traitor, and I don't want to focus on that. Heard someone's on the spectrum, they're more likely to identify as LGBT. Yeah, yeah, like, as someone who might have undiagnosed ADHD, yeah. As someone who knows a lot of ADHD people, yeah. But L is very neurodivergence coded, and Light is more of an issue, as you can read in my little PowerPoint. Light's heterosexuality could be performative in order to appease his god and messiah complex. But, the thing is, he wants to upend the status quo, but just to make it worse. And like, so far in the closet, he can taste the Turkish delights of Narnia. I would agree with you that he isn't. I just see Light as a problem. Yeah, sexuality is probably not of his concern. While I do think there's something to be said about how he keeps Misa around at all times, even when she becomes more useless. I don't want to say Light loves Misa, but I do want to say I think there might be multiple reasons why she's kept even into, like, the, end game. But, like, Light wants to upkeep the status quo, which is not a gay thing. That is not a be gay, do crimes thing. So, like, while I do think some Fujoshi do rely on queer reading, most of the yaoi from what has been born of Death Note is mostly because of Ellen Light's chemistry, and they have multiple really good romantic things going on. Because, like, they have, well, first off, they both have complexes, but, they both have not only rivals to lovers, but, enemies to lovers. So, like, if you're writing fanfic, and these two are your main pairing, delicious out of the gate. Delicious out of the gate. He says a liability if she regains her memory, so coming in contact with the Death Note by mistake, yeah. Oh wait, she loses her memories? Oh, I forgot all about that. I like the musical and the songs telling the story of the rivalry between Light and Ella, which is my favorites. Yeah, most of their chemistry is fun, the fact that they are rivals and enemies, which is just very delicious. But again, if Light is queer-read, if Light is queer-read, he's a gay Republican class traitor, and we don't like that here. Yeah, it's a rivalry between the two smart guys. And a lot of people make fun of Light and how the mystery of Kira could be solved by literally anyone. Most of the people who they pair up against Kira have cartoonishly good sleuthing skills, so I'm not sure if the comparison's all that good, but I don't want to go into how smart Light actually is. Columbo solves the Kira case is hilarious. Scooby-Doo solves the Kira case. I think Courage solves the Kira case. Because a lot of Courage is horror, but it's mystery horror. Because Courage is like, okay, what is the root of the problem here? Wait, where the hell am I at? Actually, and I will, Columbo clears easy. I'm pretty sure, Jessica Fletcher solves the Kira case. I'm not sure if someone has done a video on whether or not Jessica Fletcher solves the Kira case, but if nobody has done it, I'm going to suggest that to, Roses. But, I'm now going to be covering Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist, mostly because I ran out of time, but also because, like, you're going to learn some of the basics here, and you can go and apply that to the other characters. Okay, Elle, I'm coming back over. Alright, let's start the show. Y'all, did y'all think I was not gonna use this picture of all pictures? Like, I know I already used the kiss, but, we kinda had to use this one. Rawr. Exactly. You know I got that vibe from Naruto and Sasuke when I first learned about Naruto. Yeah! There's a lot of occasions in that dynamic. Yeah, true. And yeah, Tapper, I remember what you said earlier about how Naruto and Sasuke was first kissed. It was accidental. However, there is something I'm going to talk about, later that the mangaka did, which is so fucking hilarious. I cannot even. Hey, Polly, what's up? Welcome in. Healing, I got unfollowed for you? No! Polly, your Twitch thing. Sounds like Polly in here. Polly even. But no worries. Might have been Twitch, might have been Siri, who knows. But welcome back. Oh wait, did I not have my... Oh wait. Did I not have my sound alerts on? I normally have a follow that goes off. I blame Dan Clancy, no worries. Came just in time for me to cover Naruto. Okay, so I'm going to put Naruto in male loves male, though Naruto's coding is... You could really put Naruto in a lot of places, honestly. But I have him here gay in this very middle school aesthetic fucking a slide. Let's move on. So like how Naruto is gay. We automatically have Naruto othered. And how he's othered, and othering is kind of like this monstering. It's this exclusion from main society. Usually through a factor that cannot be controlled. For Naruto, he is the vessel of the fox spirit Kurama, which destroyed the village multiple years, like many years ago, right at his birth. Which leads to older residents ostracizing him and their children repeating this behavior. Very much like what happens to gay men and women now, where older men and women will be like, hate on gay people, and then the children will copy that, not knowing what is actually happening. Never been sure of how Kurama is meant to be seen gender-wise. Caused for a long time fan translation, translate to Kurama or female or male interchangeably. I never bothered to check what's the final word. Because nothing brings a village together like ostracizing a child. And that's exactly why I don't I'm mostly putting Naruto as gay for the sake of it. But he can be read as just generally queer or even trans. Because, Kurama is totally based on a kitsune, and kitsunes are known for transforming into really hot women. And like seducing men, which is also kind of a part of Naruto's personality. But like, you could probably... I mostly put Naruto as gay for like multiple reasons, but the definite ostracization as like over something he cannot control is definitely queer coded. Like, he is made into a monster and he has no control over it. This is something he was born with, technically. I say technically because the monster was still inside him at birth. But like, it was something he had no control of. He was a baby. I am fortunately way too knowledgeable about Naruto now. I know too much. Please take this knowledge away from me. However, a major part of Naruto's story is self-acceptance of who he is. And kind of like coming to terms with Kurama as a part of him. So like, he has to accept not only Kurama, but all his dark thoughts about the villagers who have been ostracizing him. And this can be taken very literally as a queer person coming to terms with their identity. Though I don't think Naruto... I think Naruto did have problems with Kurama, but I'm not sure if it's like... But I never really got the vibe that it was like... he saw this as like a super major issue in his life, because he was kind of like always bright and sunny about his disposition, which I would also say is very queer, very gay. Is like, I'm going to be happy in spite of y'all. I'm going to live my happiest, best life just to spite you with my gay happiness. Which is super gay. Like, however a gay person takes their feelings, especially it's like into the extremes. Like, you can, like, that very comes off queer code to me. Like, I'm going to live my best life in spite of how y'all feel about me. And speaking of the turning into a woman thing as a kitsune, we have kind of like performative stuff. Like, I don't think Naruto comes off as compet or compulsively heterosexual. I don't think he's trying to make up for him being gay. That's definitely more of, if you want a compulsive heterosexuality example, Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Sora from Kingdom Hearts. There's a 6-hour video on how Riku's gay covers how Sora is compulsively heterosexual. Please go watch that. It's amazing. But, Naruto does perform the sexy jutsu, the sexy technique jutsu. And he does this mostly either to shock people or seduce them. He seduces other men with this. to get what he wants. Is that heterosexual? And not to mention, his idea of women comes off as very satire-ish and, like, over the top to the point you can almost call it drag. Like, I'm about to call out a lot of gay men here, and I'm so sorry. Sometimes a gay man's ideal of a woman is the same as a 12-year-old boy in middle schools. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I'm aware of one time he decided to flip his own strategy on its head and tried to stun like a powerful female, but I think it worked. And on top of him seducing men and being this very, like, this drag, I will call it, because I just decided to say that, out of this technique was born a yaoi technique. A sexy yaoi technique that is performed by his student. The person who he is mentoring. So, out of this drag performance, yaoi is born. But, like, most of Naruto's queer coding does come from his othering, his monsterification. And, like, his interactions with I said Yosuke. With Sasuke are also very gay. Like, I don't want to use interactions between two characters that can be misread, but as it has been pointed out, him and Sasuke are very, I will drag you to the ends of the earth, I will be the one to retrieve him type of deal. So I think his strategy flipping is even more material to queer read, if you want me to explain about. Yes, please, it's what we're about here. There is probably more material that I'm missing, but a lot of Naruto's queer reading comes from his othering. Like, even the self-acceptance is kind of more of a sub-trope to the monsterification, the othering. Okay, and on to Sasuke. I'm putting Sasuke in generally queer. Once again, though, I would really maybe read him as MLM, just mostly through his interactions with Naruto. But I'm putting Sasuke in generally queer and letting people put him wherever they want. Greetings, salutations, and furthermore, excessive sticky notes. Those of you who want to turn on a ninja, try sexy no jutsu. Those of you who want to turn Vesper into a no board, someone beat you to it. For everyone else, hi. Hello, Arx, how are you tonight? Ninja harem. Hundreds of Naruto girls. Reverse ninja harem. Took his clones and made them look like basically all his male friends. He knows them all well enough to strip them naked for that trick. Well, you don't have to get the body exactly right. You can just do the ideal male body, which, yeah, that is definitely queer reading Naruto. It's like either you know all your friends well enough to know them naked, or you have an idea of the male body that you would like send upon people. Not bad. Some computer hiccups, but other than that, that's fine. That's good. That's good. Okay, just in time, we are talking about the progenitors of most queer coding. Okay, how Sasuke is gay. Okay, we reached the first familial issues. Whether relating Sasuke to his father or his brother or his overall family line. Sasuke has problems. Like, it's complicated, not to mention the queer reading of Sasuke lends into a queer reading of Itachi, who is definitely queer readable. But, due to Sasuke's interactions mostly with his brother and father, both of whom are problematic in their own special ways, Sasuke definitely comes off as gay. Familial issues is just kind of like one of the building blocks of queer reading a character. Familial issues is like one of those things you immediately see and clock as queer. And usually it's followed though mother issues can also be really impactful. However, usually you default to male when looking for queer family issues, but again, it can be either or. But for most, if like you want a default this character is queer, you just want to immediately code them dad issues. Dad issues. But I'm glad the computer is not too bad. RX. I understand computer issues. I live with the computer issues. And the sound demons. Feel free to sit back and relax. I hope work is not going to be too terrible if you have it soon. I hope you're healing up from the colonoscopy. Okay, so Orochimaru is more of me looking at experiences that I've read about other gay men. So like, this is not like between Sasuke and Orochimaru. This is more of me looking at other queer guys, other gay men, and a lot of gay men, including me. I am in this grouping, unfortunately. Because I did a lot of seduction when I was a small teenage bat. Online, I went around seducing a lot of gay men online when I shouldn't have been. Bat fishing. What is happening? Yay, Delilah, you came in just in time. I was confessing I was being a horrible teenager online. But how are you tonight, Delilah? Let me read this Ko-Fi donation before I get into my personal confession. Ko-Fi, please. Oh, hold on, wait, I can just click it here. Got back from work? Nice. I hope it wasn't too bad. New donation from the VSF. On behalf of the Vesper Support Fund. We're sorry we don't have a longer acronym. Yeah, we could find a bigger name, but if we did, we couldn't offer this support. Aww. Thank you, Vesper Support Fund, for the $5. I will immediately... I will immediately be putting that, well, not immediately putting that to use, but I will be putting it into my savings because I forgot to cancel my subscription, which I need to so I will still be playing FF14 when 7.55 comes out. Thank you for the care package. I have enough water for one more sip. But I'm currently going over my little queer reading my queer reading slideshow for SFAC, and this was like my really special event. And I want to talk about how a lot of shonen heroes are easily queer read. Spent a lot of teenage years wondering why seeing naked men made me horny, then promptly ignoring it for years because LOL Catholic upbringing. Ah yes, that delicious Catholic guilt. I should have found a Catholic. Right. Damn it, I could have put Edward in this. No wait, does Edward have Catholic guilt? I feel like Full Metal Alchemist kind of is Catholicism coded, but that's neither here nor there. It's been a while since I watched I didn't even watch the first Full Metal Alchemist. I only watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Okay. Wow. But I was talking about Orochimaru. So, I feel like Sasuke and Orochimaru is that dynamic. The younger man seducing the older man and thinking he's getting away with it. The younger man who's seducing the older man and thinking he's getting shit out of it, but he's still being taken advantage of. Like, I feel like that is definitely Sasuke and Orochimaru. Sasuke thinks he's getting more, but it's actually Orochimaru who's still winning out in this situation. I kind of feel like, you know, that's something I've read a lot about. Oh no, Orochimaru's seducing him, basically. Like, the seduction through power is still a good metaphor for just outright seduction. Like, power, like, there is a lot of dynamics between power, sex, control, like there's a reason why there's a lot of control and power metaphors when it comes to sex, and then we have just BDSM and prey, predator, all of that good that I don't want to get into, because Twitch will zap me. Twitch will nuke me if I go too hard into certain things, probably. But, anyway, Sasuke is also othered. I will say he's not othered in the same way Naruto is othered. It's like way too much sense. I would not have thought about it, but now that you point out, yeah, I can see it. Sasuke kind of has, stay on the blue line. We at the top of the screen. Oh, okay. That actually works, yeah. But, Sasuke is not immediately monstered. That's why I kind of didn't want to put this here, but I was having trouble because it's been a while since I watched Naruto. But Sasuke kinda puts himself into this situation. Because he separates from his brother, he separates from the village due to Orochimaru. Which is kind of already gay in of itself. And then he kind of learns why Itachi killed his entire clan. Which is a very complicated thing, I don't want to explain it, but Itachi had a reason for killing the clan, and I guess it made sense. Will someone who's watched Naruto explain it to the class? If you can. Um, but Sasuke decides to villainize himself. And he kinda does this, if they want a villain, then I'll pose type of deal with the Leaf Village. If they want a villain, then I'll pose. And, like, Sasuke villainizes himself to martyr them, I think, so they die like heroes as they have a chance to do. Yeah, basically. I think there is something gay about that. Something very self-sacrificial, almost. I don't want to say being self-sacrificial is very gay, but just kind of like how Sasuke's like, well, I want to be the villain. I'll do it. Why not? They've kind of always seen me as the villain anyway. I feel like, again, I think Orochimaru kind of just, like, threw Sasuke into the gay pool. And, like, again, and once again, everyone who Sasuke has bad interactions with, a lot of people who Sasuke has deep interactions with is also queer-coded. Which is saying something. Why is everyone you talk to gay, Sasuke? Why is everyone you talk to gay, Sasuke? And like to like have like a sudden like, I don't want to say detour, but like y'all know what happened where y'all know that I don't want to say the mangaka copied a yaoi doujinshi, but there is a scene-by-scene recreation of a yaoi doujinshis big event there's a scene-by-scene recreation of a fight that Sasuke and Naruto were having in a doujinshi where they were admitting their love to each other. And this ended up in the manga, but as not a love confession, as like kind of like a friendship confession, you know? A scene-by-scene recreation of the biggest event from a yaoi doujinshi. And if that's not gay, I don't know what is. Also, confessing, even like, just like big confessions of feelings, pretty gay. I don't want to be like, hey, confessing your feelings to your bestie is gay. But like, I'm just wondering how many people have, like, big confessions of, you're my best friend. Big, loud confessions. You know, actually, know what? That does happen a lot. Never mind. I definitely do feel like, you know, loud confessions of your feelings for your true friend who you'd... Like, again, I don't like to throw relationships under the bus, but like the thing is that Naruto and Sasuke kind of build into each other, basically. These two feed each other's queerness so thoroughly bad. I'm very sorry that Sasuke did not get as much attention as Naruto. But I'm gonna be real, I don't know Sasuke as well as Naruto. Like, Naruto's queer-coded from the start. Sasuke gets most of his queer coding after the story begins to pick up wheels. Like, most of Sasuke's queer coding comes after the story picks up wheels. Like, again, Orochimaru. Like, from the start, he has his family bullshit. But, like, most of Sasuke is coming from Naruto, but also building up upon all these toxic relationships he has with other men. Also, on another note related to Naruto, I have a lot of side notes, as y'all can tell, so I'm actually thoroughly prepared. Because I have all the notes in my mental safe. But, a lot of what applies to Naruto also applies to the foils of Naruto. I actually wanted to put Gaara in here instead of Sasuke, but basically what was going to be said about Naruto was basically, this is Gaara, he's Naruto, but he's just a psychopath. Gaara is the cold gay to Naruto's sunny gay, you know? Like again, monsterification is just an immediate gay. Immediate queer read / queer coding is monsterification. Like, I put down other, but Naruto specifically is kind of like monstered by his village. I'd say Sasuke is more just regularly othered. He's shunned, he's exiled, he's, you know. Naruto is a full-on part monster. Okay. Now we get on to, I'm gonna be for realsies, we're gonna have a hard time from here on out. I'm gonna be for realsies. I might be pulling this out of my ass. We're on to Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I watched like maybe 5 episodes of DBZ total. I watched enough, but it's not. I'll be real. I will take my chances to dunk on DBZ a lot. I'll admit it has done a lot for anime, but it's by far from my favorite, and so I will end up dunking on it as it is kind of like the granddaddy of a lot of bad tropes in shonen in general. But let me tell y'all how DBZ queer codes everyone. Let me tell you how DBZ queer codes everyone. So, like, firstly, the series is of a mostly male cast. I know I just went into a whole lot of queer baiting about how a male cast should not be considered queer baiting, but I'm not talking about queer baiting. I'm talking about queer coding. I'm talking about queer reading. And, is a mostly male cast who could be described as hyper-masculine, who spend most of their time fighting each other. What is heterosexual about that? You want this man up on you? You want this man up on you? That's not necessarily hetero, my friend. Hetero, straight, hetero. And I'm about to say, hold on, I have to be vague for this. Finding this man is more important than pursuing my love interest. Yeah. Let me say this. Unless you just want to insist that's them fighting for dominance. Which again, we can... Dominance. Sex. Anyways. I'm about to say something. A lot of fight sexual, horny for blood characters are kind of just automatically queer-coded. Like, they're not queer-coded well. You don't really want to put them up as, you know, the pedestals of the queer community. But fight sexual characters tend to just be, very gay. Like, they are usually somewhere on the line of feeling very queer. And, well, I don't want to say all fight sexual characters tend to come off as queer. It tends to be a good queer coding. Like, they're only interested in fights. They're not hot for the opposite sex. Okay, they want to be up on a man and or woman. But, like, yeah, I tend to say that fight sexual characters tend to just automatically lend to a queer reading very easily. And I don't want to say Fight Club, but Fight Club is actually gay. Fight Club is gay, and that was kind of like one of the main reasons why I want to put this up here, is because, like, the writer of Fight Club was like, yeah, this is gay. We don't talk about Fight Club. I haven't read Fight Club, but even I'm pretty sure the writer of Fight Club was like, yeah, this is kind of about, like, being about gay or some shit. I don't know. I need to go read Fight Club now. I'll give you this one. It's a matter of degrees. A little standoff, a couple punches thrown, a scuffle or two. Dominance matches, nothing sexual. Whatever the heck DBZ is, yeah. Whatever the heck DBZ is, this is gay. Like, most other shonens will have occasionally, more often than DBZ, like, some female villains, some female opponents. Like, if you look at One Piece, or Hunter x Hunter, or... I want to say Yu Hakusho. I think Yu Hakusho had some female villains, but Yu Hakusho was also, again, Sausage Fest. Yu Hakusho kind of also has Sausage Fest problem here. Sausage Fest fighting problem, so Yu Hakusho can also fall in here, but at least most of the characters there show some sexual attraction. Kurama is my boy. Hien is my hubby. Hien is my beloved. And Kurama x Hien, anyways. I'm pretty sure, outside of tournament arcs, there's not a lot of major female villains in DBZ. So, like, most of the time, it's these men who are up on each other. You cannot deny that. This is 90% man-on-man fighting. Is viewed as a less DBZ? It's better in my opinion, but I will take my stones thrown at me. Yu Hakusho is better. I'm not hiding from the stones. I am hiding to reveal the second point. That's coming soon. Yeah, you know what? I actually needed time to... Chi-Chi did feel rival status on the OG Dragon Ball, but it was quickly changed in DBZ. Yeah, that was quickly changed by, like, Vegeta. My god, y'all wanna know what got me to DBZ? Trunks. I've said this before, but Trunks is my man. I saw him slash through, I think my second or first episode, my first or second episode of DBZ was Trunks slashing through Frieza. But let me go get water. I'll be right back. Yeah, Trunks is fantastic though. It's kind of sad that the Trunks that I like is not the same character who is born, but that's kind of understandable. I am very sad that my Trunks does not get a lot of screen time after baby Trunks is born though. Very sad that the Trunks I like is not the same Trunks that is born. Occurs to me that a Vegeta's kid takes a dip in a pool if he's swimming Trunks. Oh my god. That outside of Vegeta, that entire family is named after underwear. There's Bulma, there's Briefs, there's Trunks. I forgot what Bulma's other kid's name was. How can Vegeta to follow Bulma's family's names? Bra, it's just Bra, yeah. It's just Bra. Oh, they stick to the naming conventions real though. Her name is Bra Briefs. Back from ads, yeah, you came in just as I was saying her name is Bra Briefs, didn't you? It's the same it would not be out of convention to Bulma's family to have a crossover with the show Panty and Stocking. Well, Trunks names his kids a garter belt or something. Garter. Oh wait, hold on, wait. What other underwear is there? There, Camise. He can have a kid named Camise. Trunks has kids. Not as far as I'm aware, but Dragon Ball's still going. No. I think we should go back in time. He'd have like John. Like he could name his kid Johns, like Lon Johns. Can we move on to play 2? Thank you, Tabber, for keeping me on track. Listen, we're having fun here. That's all that matters. Okay, so I'm not going to like spend too much time on point two. This is more of, again, querying the whole cast. The main cast is generally made up of aliens, demons, and other non-human entities. I mean, even Chi-Chi is the daughter of the Ox King, who I think is a demon. I think Chi-Chi is technically a demon. She's listed as an Earthling, but I think Chi-Chi is technically partially a demon. So, like, Earthlings is a very broad term which includes monsters. But, generally, all Saiyans are aliens. There's also demons. We have androids. Androids are also really gay. But mostly aliens. We can, like, look at... You cannot look at Frieza and tell me that is a heterosexual man. You cannot look at Frieza and tell me that is a heterosexual man. Okay. We're going to look at our main character, Goku. I personally listed Goku as Demi, and I'm about to go into why, but you could make the argument that he is likely more Arrow Ace. He is definitely on the Arrow Ace spectrum. But I put him on Demi for the following reasons. Damn, this is awful. This is awful. Okay, I will go over these in general, because y'all can't see shit. I can see it, okay. So, Goku kinda acts as a double outcast. He is weird amongst Saiyans for having this kindness within him, which is shared with Bardock, his father, but we really don't see Bardock in the main anime, so it's not something we really want to, like, dwell on. It seems like Goku is even kinder than his father, which ends up as him being an outcast even amongst Saiyans, even though this eventually rubs off on Vegeta. Like, we see this rub off on Vegeta. But however, he is a Saiyan living amongst humans, so he's not only weird to his own kind, he's also an alien living amongst Earthlings, even though he doesn't look that different from an Earthling. But this kind of like double outcasting, this double weirdness, kind of like does kind of fall in line with not only being queer, but maybe being on the Arrow Ace spectrum. Feeling like you don't really belong. Like, feeling like you are an alien is something I have heard people say about being Ace, I think. Or being on the gray spectrum, as one would say. Vegeta is a weird one, just saying. Dungeon with thee. Dungeon with thee. Take your updoot and go to the pungeon. Take your upvote and get out. I joke, stay here. You love you. Okay, again, I kind of already elaborated on this, that Goku and a lot of the main cast and a lot of the cast of DBZ are very fight sexual. But Goku comes off, unlike a lot of the other characters who definitely have somewhat of a bloodthirst, a kind of like underlying horniness, Goku comes off as like fight sexual, but he doesn't have the same amount of horniness. It's like he wants to fight his friends. He wants to spar with his friends. He wants to have a good time with his friends. There is not the underlying horniness of being fight sexual with Goku, but there is definitely this I'm not heterosexual about it type of deal. Again, a lot of this also comes from just the show's existence. From how, like, the show does things, but, like, Goku comes off as fight sexual, but not as horny for it as, like, you know, Vegeta or Frieza or, literally anyone else. Goku's fight romantic, exactly. He's fight platonic. Okay, I went over the first 2 points, so I'm gonna fly on up. So, like, the main reason why I put Goku and Demi is because, while he shows rare romantic inclinations to her. And the thing is, he didn't have to marry her. I don't think. However, this man has had, not only married her, but he's canonically had sex with her. At least twice. And considering who Chi-Chi is, I don't think she, like, settled for, I don't think she settled for, like, you know, machines and stuff. I don't think the Capsule Corporation had a hand in this. I think this was manual. So, like, I do think there might be some actual sexual romantic attraction to Chi-Chi, which comes from, you know, not only the promise made in the youth, but the fact that the two of them did fight yet again. They fought as youths and they fought again as teenagers. And then Goku's like, yeah, okay, I'll keep this promise. The Capsule Corp had a hand in Chi-Chi. Did you just say that? Well, I read. She managed to explain what it was involved in making a child, convinced him help her make a couple. Best way to find a lover is just throw down. And yeah, that's kind of like leading into the fight sexuality. Maybe Goku was horny for once in his life. I mean, like, I would totally believe Capsule Core has, like, in vitro happening. They could have other women. I don't know, maybe Capsule Core has, like, a few, romantic aids. Capsule Corp, branded romantic aids. What'd you say? What'd you say? Help you find them Dragon Balls, if you know what I'm saying. But, like, I do want to say that, I do think what is between Goku and Chi-Chi might actually be genuine, and that's why I'm putting Goku as Demi. But I would totally understand people read him as just more straight up Ace and Arrow. I would totally get it, and I would actually accept that, because, like, I was going to put Goku as my Ace and Arrow representative. But also, as we talked about earlier, Goku does have a slight monsterification about him. He does have the monkey form, the kaiju form. And like there is also like an otherness. Like he's already double outcast, but like there is also the monster element due to the kaiju form. The Donkey Kong form. The King Kong form. Okay, but before we get into what I know just made Silver scream out loud, I do want to take a slight detour because this is where I had my One Piece entry. However, I didn't necessarily feel comfortable about it because One Piece is actually kind of up there with Jujutsu Kaisen, uh, my brain, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, uh, Hunter x Hunter. It's up there with the campy shonen in that it has confirmed gay characters. But I don't know Luffy well enough. With these other characters, I can say I know them decently to be comfortable in saying that I can read them like this. However, I did not necessarily feel comfy with saying that with Luffy for some reason. So I did take that out of the presentation. However, just to be like, say this, One Piece has the best example of the found family trope ever. And I just wanted to point that out. Because while a lot of these have family-ish adjacent, it's definitely more of family found by association. Like My Hero Academia, Naruto. Those are definitely more of I was assigned my family and now I'm stuck with them. My Hero Academia, Naruto was definitely I've now been assigned my family. I have been assigned my family. I gotta deal with them now. One Piece hits one of the tropes I have not pointed out here anywhere else, and that is the found family. The found family is so gay, especially when everyone else in the family is gay as well. And like, while I won't say the entire Straw Hat group is gay, there is probably like a way better queer reader than me who has probably gone into every member of the group. Like, Luffy is ace. That's where I was going to put Luffy. Luffy is definitely 100% ace. I just don't have the words for it. We could probably say that there's a lot going on with Zoro and his love of swords. Sanji can definitely come off as performative, like I said with Naruto before. Sanji does, however, have the problem of being from the before times of on Cross-Dress Island. I did not know about Crossdress Island. I might need this arc explained to me. And Chopper is a reindeer with transformation techniques. Transformation's always gay, as I'm about to go into. So we're gonna go into the characters I'm probably gonna go into the character I probably am most, I don't say knowledgeable about, but I felt like when I hit Deku, big man dressed as Lady Island, OMG. He ran away from them days and days and never described what happened. He had an awakening. Okay, so there's like DBZ. Also, One Piece also has queer coding because everyone's pirates and pirates are just gay, by the way. Pirates are just automatically homosexual. Like, you put a bunch of men on a boat without women, people are figuring things out about themselves. I'm just saying. All pirates are at least bisexual. But, like, we're going to talk about my hero. Who is your favorite hero, Tapper? Favorite character, I mean. But, like Dragon Ball Z, there's, like, legacy career coding. Legacy career rating, and that is because most superheroes are metaphors and allegories for other people who are usually repressed. And this has changed over the years from black people to other races to queer people to class infighting. Like I think you could probably count the number of superheroes that aren't metaphors on like two hands, who have not been at least somewhat associated with some like problem ongoing in society at the moment. Emergency accent. The guy with speed boosters in his calves. Ida, maybe? I have not watched far enough for some of them to get their superhero names. But, like, there is legacy queer reading because superheroes are gay sometimes. And again, we have, not to mention powers, there's, again, transformation, othering, feeling like you're the only one of your kind. Do we see an ongoing trend? For now, we're going to focus on Deku and Shoto. Y'all were probably expecting Bakugo, but I'm not going to queer read Bakugo. I was going to do the entire, what I call, polycule, but we don't have time for that. We don't have time for the entire polycule, and not to mention, Bakugo doesn't actually have a lot going on. No insulting to the Bakugo fan. Am I saying Bakugo? No, his name is Bakugo, right? Gachan? But anyways, I mean, yeah, Venom is just gay. Gachan is Bakugo, yeah. I was like, wait, I'm saying the name of an anime as well. Like, Bakugo is also an anime. But Deku is transcoded. Deku is transcoded. Until he gets kidnapped, then he's Bakugan. Alright, into the dungeon with you as well. But Deku is transcoded, and we love Deku for it. You could probably say, like, I've seen people take Deku and turn him female to male, but like he is definitely no wait, I meant male to female. I've seen some people take him male to female, but he is definitely female to male transcoded. Damn it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna be right here until I can put myself up on one of the other ledges. So, like, Deku wants to be something else that he already is not. Like, he is quirkless, but he wants to have a quirk. And this kind of, like, affects him, because I'm not sure, I don't remember the first season very well, but I definitely do feel like he doesn't fit in, because, like, we kind of see that having a quirk puts you above everyone else, but also having quirks is becoming more and more normal. I will remember to tell me about later. Yeah, everyone in his class had a quirk except for him, so he's kind of exiled, and I don't want to say shunned, because he's not really shunned, it's more of Bakugo and his friends are just mean to him. But, like, Deku ends up wanting to have a quirk, even though there's really nothing he can do about it. And like, while he idolizes all heroes, we're coming into the second point. While he idolizes all heroes, he kind of idolizes All Might the most, who is definitely this kind of big, macho, hyper-masculine Captain Marvel, Superman type deal. And Deku kind of like stylizes himself after All Might, even before he does his transformation arc. And that's the thing. Deku goes through a transformation to make himself better, to make him fit for a quirk. Deku goes through this to get what he wants. He goes through this pain, this transformation, mental and physical preparation to be the vessel for One for All. One could say this is like, transition. This is transition. From one thing to another, huh? So, like y'all know, there are not all transformations tend to be transcoded, but this one certainly is. Deku has a very transcoded transformation arc. Because he gets buff, he gets ripped. He goes to the gym, it's very much very masculine and very peak male body type coded. I mean that positively, not in like a bad way. But on top of all this, on top of wanting to be something that he cannot. But when he does finally get to be it, he has to undergo pain and body changing and like physically changing himself. And his idol being this very buff, masculine, ideal man who he wishes to be. His powers literally destroy him. In order to use his own powers, which he is not built for, he has to go into pain and sacrifice parts of his body. So this could be seen as like a metaphor for multiple things. It could be like the it could be seen as a metaphor for HRT. It could be seen as a metaphor for society's ongoing treatment of trans people. It could just be seen as, you know, like having to just deal with the ongoing dealings of your body fighting back. Or like dealing with the pain of, hey, not everything still matches. You're still going to have a period. You're still gonna have a period until you finally get that shit deactivated, either through HRT or something. Or until you like have it ripped out, you get scooped. And just ongoing body horror that will be happening for the rest of your life is so transcoded. Like body horror is just really, really transcoded in general. And like the fact that Deku has to keep on experiencing body horror is very, very much like a trans experience. Like, however you want to, like, really see it. But, like, Deku was, like, the trans... I don't know if he's the most transcoded character in all of shonen history. Like, the most easily read as trans. Because there might be others, but since he is doing this for himself, and he is trying to achieve... He is trying to match his physical body to his mental wants, his mental needs. And, like, he's also kind of going up against society in general. He is probably the most transcoded character I have noticed. And now on to Shoto. Shoto is our bisexual rap for the evening. So, I'm gonna be real, I don't know Shoto as well as Deku. Again, I was reading a lot of wikis for this. And I kind of feel bad about it. Next year I'm gonna be way better at this. But, once again, we're hitting familial issues. Wait, are my wings bisexual blue? That's... No way, okay. I'm sorry, I was distracted. Once again, we hit the familial issues. As I always said before, familial issues are kind of like just automatic queer coding. Literally all of Shoto's issues deal with his father. Like, even when we get into later on in the series where he has to deal with Toya, Toya's issues are sub-issues of of issues with his dad, so it's all just leads back into his dad. I'm hearing about shows that was basically trying to breed a counter to All Might, had several failures before getting Shoto, which, yeah, no, it's eugenics. Once again, eugenics. We are once again haunted by eugenics, chat. Da-da-da-da, jazz hands. Eugenics. It's an FF14, it's in My Hero Academia. Where will it pop up next? What's it with anime trying to make the perfect something? Eugenics. It's the perfect way to villainize someone. Like, there's a reason why we don't like it. It's related to Nazis. Oh. Well, I'm trying to remember L's Past, but it's not immediately coming to me. That might have been a manga thing. But a lot of stuff is about trying to make good things come from bad procedures. I'm even going to have that at some point. This facility is trying to create the perfect dragon. Where are all their workers? They succeeded. It's like, yeah, they created the perfect dragon. It killed everyone. But, yeah, there is eugenics in Shoto's familial background. Because, like, Shoto's father was trying to create the perfect hero to overcome All Might. And then, that perfect hero hated him for trying to do that. That son hated the father. Again, very gay. I'm not saying that always hating your father is gay, but it's a really good setup. But a lot of Shoto's issues is definitely I hate my dad, but I'm willing to try and have this weird relationship with him. 'Cause, like, and again, very gay, he's trying to keep up his troubled relationship with his father. Even though his father is, like, really the source of all his woes. But he's willing to try and, I want to say, give him a shot. But, like, there is attempts being made on both sides, almost. But anyways, on to... This seems silly. This seems silly. But... Shoto is a duality, which kind of definitely leans into a bisexuality. The meeting of ice and fire. I'm not saying that everyone who has duality is bisexual, by the way. It just definitely helps with Shoto's interpretation. And, like, he does have some duality aspects within his character traits. Because, like, he is both aloof and warm. He is both cocky and cold. Like, there's parts of him that are there's definitely parts of him that are fighting with each other. Again, his relationship with his dad is definitely a duality. I am pulling at straws here, chat. Let me pull at my straws. I still want to draw a Shoto Vulpix someday, half and half Kanto and a lone Vulpix. Oh my god, that'd be so cute, actually. I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. But I would think that Shoto's duality definitely kind of leans into this, to the idea of bisexuality. Like he has this complicated relationship with his father. He doesn't have a complicated relationship with his mother, but his mother did harm him of a mental breakdown caused by his father. And while his father abused him mentally and both mentally and physically and isolated him, there's definitely kind of like this his mother had a mental breakdown and harmed him. That's where he got the scar from. I'm sorry, there is spoilers in here, up in here. Spoilers up in here. But he got his scar from his mom. The scar on his face is from his mother having a mental breakdown and throwing boiling water on his face. She immediately healed him. She immediately put ice on him. His ice powers come from her. But, like, there's definitely kind of like this duality, I feel like, in his parents and how he never blamed his mother and how he knows that everything is his father's fault. But some people might not see that, you know? Some people might be like, well, she shouldn't have thrown boiling water on her child, even if she was having a mental breakdown. But, you know, eugenics being, yeah, Shoto's dad literally picked her because she had ice powers and he had fire, yeah. And, like, all this kind of leads into my final point about Shoto. Kind of like, Shoto denies his fire side, prefers using the ice powers of his mother most of the time. And we could see this as being interpreted multiple ways. Like denying a part of your personality and being, well, this makes me feel safe. And I could be like showing the sexuality that could be like presenting as a different sexuality. And like how some bisexuals might want to appear as heterosexual out of safety reasons. Or how some bisexuals might actually go the opposite way and prefer to appear as gay out of safety reasons. Like, it could be either or. I think I've seen both. I wouldn't know anything about that. No, not me. I'm sorry. I did not mean to call people out today. I did not mean to call out people today. Sorry. You could also... Where else was I going with this? I just came up with another thing, and now my brain has left the building. I literally just had that. But like, yeah, all this kind of builds up in, like, seeking safety in one side of yourself. And, like, eventually Shoto does come to an acceptance. Again, we circle back around to acceptance of the self. Again, we circle back to acceptance of the self, because even though Shoto does deny a part of himself, he does come back around to be like, hey, this is me. This is who I am. This is not my father. This is me. This is my powers. And so, like, Shoto does end up coming around to accepting who he is. Or these parts of himself he does not necessarily agree with or liked originally. And then he's like, well, I've kind of been silly about this because this has always been me. This isn't my father. Yeah, I'm a product of my father, but... And, like, it can definitely be taken as a metaphor for, yeah. Like, there's multiple metaphors that can be taken out of denying a particular side of yourself, you know? Like, it could be seen as going with one community over the other, or just, like, being outright like, well, I can't deal with this part of myself. I'm going to go enjoy this other part of myself, which is not causing me problems. And that is all. If anyone has any questions or wants to like talk about other characters or wants to put characters before me and we can talk about them, I do not mind. But if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, and RX, if you want to talk about your pirate character now, I would like to hear that as well. But does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, queries? Or should I say, queries? Does anyone have any queries? Oh my god, I should have put that in the fucking... I am angry at myself for not realizing I could have done that. As my professor said, questions, comments, random insults. I am angry that I did not think of that pun until now. There's so many tokusatsu characters on Career Card. Maybe next year, Ryo, you can have the career reading of tokusatsu characters. We can talk. Oh wait, maybe tokusatsu queer reading stream, but like a collab where everyone just like yaps. Okay, we only have next year's stream planned. Everyone leave. We have next year's stream planned. Still have Choo-Choo on the docket for the tokusatsu to be able to pipeline you to join. Yes, you all can like I can be the audience POV. Y'all can yap to me and I will sit there and nod. But to talk about other characters who are going to be on this, again, there was Luffy, who is Ace. There is, I was thinking about putting Eren on here. As y'all can tell, Eren was going to be, once again, familial issues, monstrification. Familial issues, monstrification, eventual acceptance of the self. Relating to monsters. He does that later on in the series. I'll just watch the clip I made of the physics-defying MTG coin. I gave the clip to check my aim before I shared on Discord. She thought it was funny. Nice. I missed the end, darn. I will watch the VOD. No worries. No worries. We just covered Shoto and I think You probably heard Shoto and Deku at least. I returned to mention you told my friend who went to the hospital they are having trouble using their hands. No! No, I hope the friend is okay. Your friends have been going through a lot, Silver. I might need to get a... So you might need to lift a curse off of you, it's starting to sound like. Or at least your friend might need to lift a curse. They tripped and fell and chipped a tooth, busted up their face, yeah. And now their hands are being awful again, man. Okay, you drive safe. And, let's see here. Okay, so I'm playing a game of Exalted. It's a pirate-themed game where we play members of a pirate/privateer crew. I'm playing Captain Charming. That's his name. He is noteworthy in that he is my first gay male character. It hardly matters for most things because your preferences don't matter when you are fighting krakens and trying to take on assassinated animals and so on. In the Exalted game, we have charms that let us fudge the rules of reality. Ooh, fudge the rules of reality, you say? Fudge the rules of reality, you say? Well, like guidelines, yeah. The general suggestions of reality. For exalted amongst the world, yes. Not fucking... Not fucking Akito's son posting Alexander McQueen's 2001 Spring-Summer Collection in the general chat. So did you make... Were you making everyone gay, RX? Were you... I don't want to say the boy Tomie, because oh my god, that has implications.
Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
Male Tomie has implications. I like to write gay male Tomie, but I don't think I have that in me. A few sessions ago, I had to cross-dress for reasons. Rogue had the skills help me out. And 5 hours of makeup and binding later, Captain Charming, who is a total bishi, by the way, transformed into Suzette. I hit on the par to see how good I was at it. Anyway, I just acquired Charming that lets me do the 5 hours prep work in under 1 minute. Oh, wow. Excuse me, I have to go slip into something more comfortable. Has like a Bugs Bunny transformation behind a fucking screen door. Has a Bugs Bunny transformation behind the screen door. Exactly, yes. Let me see. Oh wait, I should probably see. who is actually on in the SFAC streams. Is the Axel still on? Oh wait, I should probably mute this tab. Okay. Yeah, VTuber SummerSlam. Welcome to the slam. And you know we're gonna jam. Now, my white-haired pretty boy pirate, many people who knew what he was questioned their choices. It's basically an excuse for me to be an over the top diva. Oh man. Very much reminds me of what I did with Oleander, cause Maris, the amazing DM, gave us a masquerade ball. However, the masquerade ball allowed us to transform into other people entirely. So Oleander became the very hi Dottie. Everyone say hi to whatever's cat Dottie. I was playing so Oleander turned into the mystical wayfish elf, a frostbit moon elf, Artemis, who, and I just ended up turning so many heads. Oh my god. However, Artemis wasn't a diva. She was very wallflower-ish, very, refined, very, pulled into herself, may I say. And I just loved bringing that out there and, confusing people. I was been digging through the garage for some basic declaring. She found a bunch of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards confiscated from one of us decades ago. She gave them back to me. I was here. You might want to go through those cards and see if there's anything, of stupendous value. Just saying. I mean, if they're still in condition to be sold. I'm now buying Angel Dust from Hazbin Hotel. My bestie says I'm Angel Dust. my bestie says I'm Angel Dust, so take that as you will. Maybe a boost towards a new car. Fun. Nice. I hate the fact that I gave away all my Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but you know what? You know what? I gave them to a friend, and that's all that matters. She's loving on my computer now. Hi, Dottie. It makes things more interesting that there is a game mechanic to represent something you strongly feel about. It's called an intimacy. Ooh. Ooh, I might need to look up these game rules. An intimacy, you say? The very implication makes people uncomfortable, which is kind of fun. I wish to stress out people. Okay, I think I'm sending y'all on over to... Wait, hold on. Do I want to send y'all over to Ace? Oh, wait, let me stop this ad break. Hold on. Unpin message so I can... Where's the ad break? I need to stop the ad break. Captain Charming's intimacies is the belief people aren't cargo. Oh, that's nice. That's awesome. People are not cargo. Let me mute the desktop just so I can ask Ace how long he's gonna be continuing, because he's at the end of this case, I believe. I might send y'all off to... Let's see, here we have... Okay, I might send y'all over to Puppo as well. Who it is depends. Okay, mute tab. I'm gonna send y'all over to... Okay. Not sure if Puppo is gonna be continuing. Man, okay. I might be sending y'all over to Pally then. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What the hell am I watching? Don't y'all love it when you run in onto someone's stream and you're just like, what the hell is this? But thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you, Sunny, for the very big dono. Oh wait, hold on. I should wait until we get everyone back. I should wait until we get everyone back. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba ba. Hope everyone had a good night tonight. I hope people learned stuff. Hope people learned and had a good time. Ba 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 ba. Welcome back from ads, everyone. I just sent y'all off immediately. I hope everyone had fun tonight. I'd like to thank Sunny. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for being here for the charity streams and for donating. We reached 150, which means I have to let y'all pick a game, I think. What is this? What is my donation goal, actually? What is my dono goal, actually? Hold up. What is my milestone? What was my 150 milestone? Yes, chat picks a game for me to play. Okay, we will put that out there. I'll make the announcement tomorrow. We still have a few more days left in this campaign, but it's totally understandable if nothing else happens. 150 is even more than I thought it would be. 150 is even more than I thought we would get, so thank you all. RX, Sunny, Vampy, Silver, whatever. Y'all did amazing. Thank y'all. And thank all of you for being here as always. And let's continue on this journey together, you know? I'm mostly saying this because I have gotten back my rigging. And I'm very excited to see where we go from here. But I'm going to send y'all on over to Pally, who is having fun playing this weird looking number game. But if y'all need me, I'll be in the Discord. The schedule will be up tomorrow. But if you need me, I'll be in the Discord. I'll be on Blue Sky. We do have a packed week. I saw an itch.io game I really want to play. And we also have 2 more Idea Factory games to play, which I put on hold because of Pride Month. And Idea Factory is painfully heterosexual, unfortunately. But good night, good fortune, see you when I see you, and bye.